Rewriting negative square roots can be a little tricky, but we have a few definitions here. I squared is -1, and I is the square root of -1. We'll use this I in order to simplify square roots of negative numbers. So here is an example. It says simplify the square root of -48. So to do this, I'll rewrite -48 as -1 times 48 is divisible by 16, and it goes into it 3 times. So 48 divided by 16 gives me 3. So I can write that as 16 times 3. And this is still within the square root. Now I'll split these into 3 different square roots. So we have the square root of -1, the square root of 16, and the square root of 3. These 3 square roots are still multiplying each other. This first one here, the square root of -1, is just I. The square root of 16 is 4. And square root of 3 we can't simplify any further, so it's just the square root of 3. And we have our final simplification here. You could write it like this. That would be a perfectly okay way to write it. Or you could write it with the I on the right-hand side as well. You could write it like that. Either way to write it is fine.